everyone. This is Cher and Charlie's Crafts. I hope you're all doing well tonight. First, before I get started, I would like to send prayers to all the residents of Florida who were hit by this devastating storm. It's unbelievable. But with climate change, we have to expect that these things are probably going to keep happening. And it's sad because the people are the ones that suffer. And I really feel for them. A lot of them, they haven't received any help yet. So first off and foremost, I would like to send my prayers to these poor people. Okay, secondly, I am on here. I have a list so I can get this done without rambling on. I have a list I want to show you tonight because Deborah Ocasio asked me to please show everyone how I make my rosettes. This is one of them with pages of a book pages. And I will show you that I'm working on this Christmas wreath for my daughter Sasha. Now, I don't know if you can tell. I put some bells down here. They're just like dangling. And it's wrapped in gold. So what I am doing is, I had this idea. Sometimes I have ideas and I get up in the morning and I'm like, no, this one's okay. So what I'm doing, I have this whole side filled. And now, I might put one more there to fill it in. But over here, I don't want the whole thing filled with the rosettes. So if you can tell, I am wrapping them in like I don't know how to explain it, kind of a round and around way. I don't know what a spiral, like a spiral. I thought that would look so cool. Because this is paused me, it's kind of backwards, but, I can show you some pictures when I edit the video. But, so I'm going to finish, you see the back, how I'm wrapping it around? And I'm going to bring it all the way around and then back around and then finish it off somewhere in here. So get a good look. It's just beautiful. I love how this looks. And I think my daughter, she saw it already. I said, do you like this? Because my daughter's definitely into boho. And she said, absolutely. I said, well, I'll finish it for you and I'll get it to you before Christmas. It's on there. It's solid. If there's a loose rosette, just put a little hot glue and you're in business. So this is what I am making the rosettes for, and I will show you that first, and then I want to ask you guys what you think about I thought about dipping some, not all, of the little rosettes. You can see it in the front, on the side. They don't have to be perfect because they look perfect when you put them all together. I was thinking of taking a paintbrush and dipping some color on them. I don't like that one, but I have another gold here somewhere. This gold is a little bit better. Folk art, and this is like a gold color. I'm going to go to Michael's and get some better paints. Colors. So I thought I could take my paintbrush and just kind of dab them around. Not all of them, just a few of them. And gold. And maybe, I don't know why, but I feel like this thing needs a little bit of red. So I also brought out some different color reds. I think a nice bright red it needs. Or this one, Crimson, I think it's called. No, this is the Red Rouge. So get you a better look. Okay, I'd like to get your guys' opinion on what you think, if that would be a good idea. And then I have several ideas for, I have a lot of fall ribbon, but I don't have a lot of Christmas ribbon left. So I have to go get some ribbon when I have the time and the money. This I have is burlap, and I really love this. I think that would work because it's wrapped in a brown burlap. I also I love this ribbon from Maria, Crafty Rhea. Watch her channel. She's on Monday nights at 7 o'clock. This is beautiful, but I don't know if it's Christmassy enough. And then lastly, where is it? I have this one, which is high on my list. I may not have to go buy it. It has a little bit of the red and a little bit of the gold, which I'm going to dip onto the rosettes if you guys think I should. A little bit of red, a little bit of gold. So this is my sister-in-law fall. It says fall, but I think it could pass for Christmas. I really do. Okay, so you guys let me know if you think that that's a good idea. So these are the rosettes that I made that should definitely finish off the wreath that I am making for my daughter. But I will show you right now. I'm going to bring it down so you can see how I make the rosettes. And then when I'm through with this, I need to go over to say that, oh yeah, I better mention this. Debbie Ocasio, the winner of the pumpkin, and another surprise, I mailed it out today, Debbie. They told me in the post office that you should have it by Tuesday. So congratulations, and you saw the pumpkin and the material I chose for you. You told me to choose on my own. I had your address and I mailed it off today, and you'll have your little surprise along with that. Well, along with the pumpkin. So that, and then I want to go over something real quick about my health that I think you guys should know, and also let you know that Charlie was stung by bees, and so was my other little crazy grand dog, Bronx. They got into a beehive and they were in bad shape. So I had to drop everything on Saturday and run over and take care of the pups. I was telling Mike, from my sweetheart from Mike's cooking studio, I think he was texting me, and I was telling him, oh my God, I'm over here with the dogs. But Charlie's doing much better, and I even took him over some cooked chicken. I always take them a snack. And he's doing really good, but I was a wreck. He had to take, the vet said, Benadryl every 4 hours, so I had to stay with them because my daughter had to go out for several hours. So I didn't leave until they got home. Okay, so, and then I'll go over my health later, and one craft I'm working on for our next, it's Christmas, for our next video. All right, I'm going to bring this down. Okay, now, you get, first of all, you get an old book that you're not reading anymore, or you can find one, maybe a book that someone gave you. Bottom line, just get a book that you don't mind tearing apart. So you got pages. I ripped out, and these are very thin. These are 3 pages. And now this is how I do it. You guys can measure out a circle, cut it in half, and then measure a circle. That's up to you. But I wing it. Okay, so this part here is folded, and it's not open, so we're going to have to cut that open in the end. So I just kind of wing it and kind of make it doesn't have to be perfect, a perfect circle. I just kind of go for it to save time. If you want to take your time and make a nice perfect circle, with a cup or a bowl, you go for it. So this, as you see, I'm going to trim down this here, cut it so that it's open, okay? So I like to have at least, because these are very thin pages, at least 2 or 3 pages together, because it's easier to work with. So let's just do it this way with the 3 pages. But I'll tell you, time flies, doesn't it? You know what I was thinking? Nah, I think I'll tell you that later. I don't know. I might get in trouble if I say it. Okay. Let me try to even this out the way it was. I don't know. I guess right about here. Okay, if not, I'm just going to wing it. Okay, here we go. So let me just even this out. So you're going to make the best circle you can. You can measure. I don't care. But this is me. This is how I work. Okay. So here's your circle. I'm going to try to show you this the best that I can, okay? For you girls that wanted to know. You're going to go into the edge and you are going to make a little, like a little hill, okay? This is the part that makes the flower, and then you're going to do it again and keep making your little hills all the way around. So just watch me. I'm going all the way around, out and in, out and around, out and around. You go all the way around till you get to the end of the paper. So I'm making these little mountains or little hoops, and that's what puts the little different layers in the rosette. Rose, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I call them little rosettes, I don't know why. So you're going to keep going around, and I'm going to show you what you do in the very end. You can do this with felt, you can do it with material, if it's a thicker material. So now we're still going around. You're going to still make your little hoops, your little hills, go all the way around, make another one, and then here we come into the end. When you get to the end, just give it a little swirl around like that. See how I swirled it around? And it ends like that. This little piece here is going to be your bottom. All right, now I have my glue gun on. Okay, now you're going to start. I have 3 pages here together. You're going to start at the bottom and try to keep them as evenly together as you can. I believe there's 3. Actually, there's 4. But I find it easier to work with as long as you can get it level, you know, that all even. If you have more than 2 pages, because it gives you something to hang on to. All right, so this is what it looks like. Kind of like an apple, like peeling an apple. All right, so some people put a dab of glue in the beginning. So I'll do that just for the sake of doing it, but you don't have to do that. So you take the very end of the paper, the opposite end of the page, and you're going to go around and around and around. Just take it around and take your 2 fingers as you go around so that it kind of stays together. And then when you get so far, see how these are tangled? Just pull them apart. If this gets messed up, I may have to let it go, that one piece. Straighten it out. I don't know why that's doing it. If this gets in my way and it doesn't work around, see, I'm glad this happened so you guys will know what to do. Don't sweat it. So now I'm going to put some glue, little dabs of glue, and keep going around, and don't get burnt. Be careful that you don't get burnt. Now I might come up to an area where it's going to get a little funny because these pages are getting tangled up, but I'm going to keep going until I can't. Try to pull them together. Okay, so here we are, and this is where we are so far. So every few steps, put a little bit of hot glue and wrap it around. Yes, some of it will unravel in the end. Don't worry about it. Just take a little bit of hot glue. These really stay together well. This should not be happening. I'm sorry. This tangling here. I should have just went with the 3 pages. As a matter of fact, I am, because this little bugger's giving me a hard time. This 4th page is giving me a hard time. So what I'm going to do is untangle it. Why is it doing this? If I can get them together. See, this is your little rosette. Just hang on to it. It's no big deal. Believe me, I had a couple fails. Not this bad though. All right, so what I'm going to do is just keep going. All right, so we'll put a little bit of glue wherever you think it needs it, and just keep going around. But I put it on the outer part of the flower. I mean the outer part of the paper. Okay, so you're just going to keep going around. Don't worry if it's all messed up. I'll take care of that towards the end. Just pull them apart. If need be, I'll pull it. See, I'm going to pull this little piece off, and it doesn't matter. Just don't panic. Just go for it. If one doesn't seem to be like you want it, make another one. So I'm still going around and around, and see how it's a little bit tangled? Just kind of ravel it together like so. I'm gonna put a little more glue, and be careful, like I said, not to get burnt, and keep twisting. And I'm going to show you, it's very important for you to watch at the end. Okay, so here's what you have at the end, okay? You've got the little thing, this little bottom piece. Watch what happens. Just keep going around. Now I'm going to put a little more glue. To get it stuck together, okay? And don't worry about what's happening, just keep going around. Now here we are at the end. So you got a little bit of a bottom, and this piece is going to be glued to the rosette. Now watch what happens. Believe me, it's not that hard. So you're going to glue that to the rosette, and then you got this bottom piece. The bottom piece, you put your glue on the bottom of the flower, the rosette, and then take your bottom piece and just attach it, push it down to the bottom and push it up like to form a rosette. Just push it and hold it with the glue. When you're done the rosette and you have a little piece that's kind of coming apart, I take a little dot of glue and press down on it so it stays together. But these things really hold up. It's amazing how you know, they don't come apart. All right, and I'm hold it for a little bit and then let go, and you got your rosette. Okay, so I hope that's good enough, and then I'll show you how I'm going about, my table's coming apart here, how I go about placing them on my wreath. By the way, I have a latte. Oh my God, it's so hot. I love it. All right, so as you see, I'm starting to go around the wreath. So I'll show you how I'm doing this. Put a little glue on the bottom and kind of going right where that rose is, but I'm kind of making it so that it kind of curves like in a circular motion. Okay, so this is the front, and I will show you it a little better from the front because this has paused me. Okay, so now we are going to keep going around, but we're going to go around and angle it. We're not going to put it straight, we're going to angle it. So I have plenty of little roses, and I try to pick the smaller little rosettes for the back because I don't want it like when she puts it on her door, I don't want it to stand up and not look right. But so I picked the smaller ones and kind of angle them because they're going to turn. Okay, like that. So you don't have to see the rest. I just wanted to show you how I glue them on. And if anything comes off, get the old glue gun, and that's it. Okay, so I'm just going to take it until it ravels. This is going to come around here and then go all the way around back in here, and then I'm finished. I thought that was kind of neat, like a snake, right? So I have plenty of roses to do it. So let me turn this around so you can see it. All right, this isn't the best lighting, but this is how it's supposed to be. The bells are on the bottom, and then these roses are going to come around in a circular motion. You see? And then I have ribbon, and I may brush up a couple little bits of paint, red or gold or both, onto the some of the rosettes. Okay, I will take a picture of the wreath on the wall when it's complete, and so that you can really get a good look at what it's going to look like. But I'm going to wait until I paint it and it's completely finished before I show you a picture. So it'll probably be the next video before I give it to my daughter. I'll probably save it for her for Christmas. When she saw me making it, and she goes, "Mom, who are you giving it to?" And I knew right then and there it was hers. That's how I operate. Okay, so I'd like to talk to you real quickly about my health. only because it's kind of important. I went to the doctor yesterday, to the MD Anderson, and as I don't know if I told you guys, but I stopped taking my targeted therapy pill every day because I developed pulmonary fibrosis, which is a very serious lung disorder. I didn't tell her until yesterday, and I've been off of it almost 3 months, or about 3 months. She just said that she had wished that I had told her that I did it. But it was no big deal. She said, honestly, Cheryl, I was going to take you off because I do believe that medicine caused your lung issue. And I said, I knew it. Because I've been on this for 5 years, and it's kept me alive, and my lymph nodes down, and my blood cells are all pretty normal, but there's a lot of side effects, and I guess you guys all know that. When you take a chance like that, you have to understand that when you have cancer, there's also other issues that go along with your chemo. So this is more of a targeted therapy, and I agreed to do that 5 years ago. Well, because I have to go off of it, she said I have to get on chemotherapy, infusions for several weeks. It's like a regimen. You know, you start off 2 days a week, then you go to 1 day a week. And right then and there, I was like, oh, hell no. I don't want that. And she said, well, you don't want to go without it. And I said, well, any other options? And she said, really, no. So after that, I would have to go on oral therapy of a chemo pill for a year and then be monitored. So I have, at the moment, talked it over with my girls and decided that I am going to ride it out. And in 2 weeks, she said, I'll let you wait a month to make up your mind. But in 2 weeks, she says I have to, go get my blood counts checked and see where I am. If I'm pretty stable, she'll let me ride it out a little longer. But I have to make up my mind. And she said, pretty much it's my life, and it is. So at this point, I told my daughters I don't want to do it. I don't want that. It already screwed up my lungs. I don't want anything else to go wrong. I'd rather just be as well as I can. And with this lung disorder, I'm pretty mad, that this happened, because it's not a joke. So I am still going to do my channel. I am still going to come on here, as long as God spares. I'm going to give it my all because I love it. With the dogs and my grandkids, that's what keeps me going, and these crafts. So I have to. It's part of who I am, and I really love it. I love bacon. I just made some oatmeal raisin, and I'm selling a pound to my neighbor, so I make a couple dollars here and there. And so that's it. So I figured I would tell you that because I'm sure there's going to be changes a little bit. She said the medicine I'm on, since I've been on so long, could last for a while in my bloodstream, and it is, because I have like marks on my arm. They call it petechia, this here, which means it's still running through my bloodstream. So all I ask of you guys is hang in there with me, say prayers, for me. I appreciate that, and my baby. He's doing good. I really want Charlie back, at least the weekends, because I can't stand being without him. It's just, if I talk about him too long, I start to cry, and I'm not going to cry. I made up my mind. So I just want to thank all you guys, Debbie and Debbie, who stick by me, and no matter what, because I know I'm not the best, and I can't do 20 crafts at one time, but the ones I do, I put my heart into. Also want to thank my buddy Mike. I love him. He's so sweet. From Mike's Cooking Studio. He's always rooting me on and saying such beautiful things. And thank you, Mike. So that's this situation, and I just want you to pray for me. And I'm not going away. I promise. I'm going to fight this out, and I'm going to be okay. Also, Angela has been on my mind, and I hope she's okay. I haven't heard from her. One of my subscribers. Maria, Crafty Rhea, was so kind to me. All you guys, I just appreciate you. You just know who you are. Radha, Rian, you know who you are. Thank you. So I'll talk to you later, and I'll see you soon on the next craft. Oh, I forgot to show you. Okay, I'm running too late. It's the one where I told you to take the green yarn and do cow hoops and just keep going. It's so hard and time consuming. So if you're going to do it, I would recommend a better yarn. Go to Michael's. Go to Joann Fabrics, because this yarn is so thin and it took me forever. And I'm not even sure the craft will work, but we're going to give it a shot. Take care. God bless. I'll pray for you. Please pray for me.
Did you see today as you continue to do so?
Guys, you were thirsty. Holy moly. Look at him drink that water. That's good. He's drinking a lot of water. Good boy, Charlie. You want more? Hello, everyone. I'm jumping in here to apologize. I think I said a bad word. Sorry. All right, Grandma, get you more water.